my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty more Power Ranger. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't get caught in the matrix. Got that touch my savior. Giving that touch with my hater. Lyrics can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. On the grand, don't feel it no more. You were driving a minute, but can't steer it no more. Riding away, but now you're chilling on shore. What's the use of being rich when your inside's poor? Is it this what you don't want to see more? Or you want to see more, but you only see sore? Life done slowed you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you pack it up. You shackle by thoughts and memories that's adding up. Like overseas, you feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a buck. You still feel paralyzed, the bucks and track. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no plug? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source? We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. On the return, here's Jalen Tolbert. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Yeah, there we go.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, if you can't do it better than that. Here we go, 40. Yeah, here we go. 26.
Prescott now off the play fake. He finds Pickens left side. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
All right, count. Here we go. 26.
Prescott here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 11 there, that picks up the first. Offense in the hurry up here. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Yeah! Here we go! Go right in! Hey, kill!
From the gun is Prescott. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he gets this forward to the 19.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hey, kill!
From the red zone on first. Completed to his running back. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
On second down, a run with Williams. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
No gain on the play. It's now third and less than a yard.
Prescott now to throw on third down. It's caught. He's got Lamb. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal. Williams can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Working quickly here.
Kill! 47! Gain on the play. Leads to second and goal. At the 3-yard line.
26! 47!
Dak now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing. Brandon
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 27-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Great. Set.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That was Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Play action. Hurts has it. It connects down the sideline. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in the game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
No touch, check. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Forced out to his right. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And they make the stop, let's say at about the 37-yard line. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
Great, shot. Hey, easy. Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Running left, this is Barkley. He's got the first down grab and still going. And they're going to have a few looks at a touchdown here as he gets it down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Eagles, first down.
No
First and
touch.
goal at the 8-yard line.
Anyway, up. No touch.
They're going to run with Barkley. Breaks free in the center of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles earn the chance to tie before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. 40.
1st down, here's Dak. That's Lamb running the slant. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Taking a shot deep here. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Going to 53.
Throwing again is Dak. Finds him over the middle. And this one doesn't go far. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 47.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10, Prescott. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Trying to find his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Back to the air, Prescott. Got a man, it's Flanoy. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
Brings up 3rd.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. One last play before the break.
Here we go. Here we go. 46.
And final throw before the break. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Tank Bigsby here with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
On second down, here's Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Back to throw it. Bails out of the pocket quick. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too. So 1st down from the 41. A play fake now hurts to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Great, set. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Tiger swamp.
Here you go, play action. Here's Hurts. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
180.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Cowboys closing in, and they get to him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
I'm sure, Kate, that the coaches would prefer he not flirt with disaster on the return. There's no additional damage done, however, this time. Fortunately, get the ball back, and everyone could breathe just a little bit easier.
Yeah! Hey, kill!
Dak off the play fake. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. This is caught inside the 15. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 13. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 47.
He'll throw it. Lamb has another one. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Shipley now to return. This makes it up to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hurts to throw. On the move, headed right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. Well, we've all seen a lot of QBs make some magical plays rolling to the right. Buying time before throwing it up. But not this time. As the defense steps in front of that one, probably shouldn't have been thrown.
Yeah, discretion the key in so many of these situations for quarterbacks. Why game management and decision-making is so critical. I love that he escaped the pocket, rolls right, tries to buy time for his guys to help him, but when there is nobody there, you either got to tuck it and run or rip.
Pressure coming, and they take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Offense to the line fast.
Hey, kill! Here we go, 46.
Prescott will look to throw. Taking a deep shot here. Big gain downfield. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. George Pickens the touchdown. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Eagles 7.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Shipley now to return. Escapes the defender. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle him up immediately.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
No touch that. Anyway,
They go play fake with Hurts. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Great, set. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He just kept going their own way, and that's going to cost them. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Give to Williams from the gun. Oh, and get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And the Eagles get to it. That return doesn't get much, but it does get him across the midfield stripe.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
1st down from the 42.
Great, set. Anyway,
Back to work after throwing the pick. That's Smith on the slant. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Boy, was it close, but the point after does go through. And the Eagles trim the deficit down to 5.
Eagles 14.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Tolbert now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10.
Yeah, everyone kill.
They're going to pass it here. Look at that power, deep left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That's
quarterback broke the pocket. Kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself and try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's trying to go deep again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47.
Looking to throw. He's got a man left. He is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive. The ball's on the 48. Here we go, 1st down.
Here we go, 26.
He'll look to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Lamb brings it in yet again. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something that will go get that 1st down. They couldn't do it right there.
Short pass brought in. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Get 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. That's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
We've set it down from 37.
Yeah, here we go.
Setting up to pass. This is complete to Ferguson, out left. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Yeah! Here we go, 47. Go ahead. Hey, kill. Here we go, 47. Here we go, go to 54, go to 50.
Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
We're going to 53. Hey, kill. We're going to 54.
Back to throw it. He's got it. Complete to Pickett. And he has the Cowboys' 1st down, Brock. And that should clinch this win for him.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Design quarterback run here. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
Okay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.
bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth.
Come on.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Yeah.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all my hot girls yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all the dope boys yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
front to back they yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the brick. You talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I copy chromed out, hard talk, career with a shine. I got some time, name. I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front to back they
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
And off we go from Denver. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play there on the first play of the game. 65 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
DC. 180.
Back to throw. Goff. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carried the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try to run for Dobbins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try it now with Harvey. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Go, go. 180.
From the gun, here's Goff. He gives this out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Now a 2nd and 2.
Kill. We go to that. 180. What's that?
And they'll run it with Gibbs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We go tonight. Right 20. Right 20.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Ric Flair. Hey, kill. Hold on. Check.
Now Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Like 20.
Goff now to throw. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown Lions. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Goff going to move his guys around a bit.
Set up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points. So that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Hey, we're good.
That's good. Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw is Nix. that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Captain. Oh, my son.
Now it's Nix. A quick throw there is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Oh, my son. Shanahan. Bombers. Chill.
Nix to the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Ready. 44. Huddle.
They're going. It's Nix. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
180.
Gibbs straight ahead. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Off to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Cut. 20. Cut.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 22-yard scamper. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now for the point after. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Oh, my son. Huddle. Ready.
Here's Nix. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Sutton. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Ready. Captain. Away.
The final shot before break. Nix. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained. Maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Mike 44. Hold on, set. Get in here. Ready.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Working out of the gun is Nix. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Brings up 2nd and 18.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll go play action with Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Ready. Bombers.
They'll try and throw for it here. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
33-yard line.
Huddle.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. Hard running at the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Broncos first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix setting up a screen for Harvey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Shanahan.
Nix from the shotgun. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. This is third and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On fourth down, Nix. He'll try to do it himself. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging them, giving a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
It's second and 8.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I
offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Still going inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 9. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards on the ground.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
180.
They'll run with Gibbs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Here goes tonight. 120.
To Williams on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last two plays having gone backwards? Goff now looks to throw. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1.
120.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. So Montgomery denied on fourth and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, this one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary is playing?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid, still pitching a shutout. An audible here to get a new look. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Captain, 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 captain. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Back to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Oh, my son. Ready. My name is Hudson.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
2nd and 10. And now an audible here into something else. Again, he'll drop the throw. His throw incomplete. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Oh, my son. Ready. My name is Hudson.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Huddle, huddle, huddle.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Across midfield, he's on his way. Touchdown, Detroit! Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
Maybe get any type of points on the board. It'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points.
Ill-advised throw down. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go here in Baltimore. They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Yo.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's second down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Out to his right. He's going to keep it himself. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. It's a big one for the Ravens. And even 50 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That is caught by the tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
After the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Touch. Hey, let's go. Trim it.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. He'll manage only a couple. Nate Wiggins up to make the tackle.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. It is 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Silver, set.
To throw is Hurts. Flush to his right. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
A loss of 16 yards. 3 and out.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but love that.
Moving to his left. A big mistake. It was 1st and goal, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over at their own 14-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He's to the 25, and he'll be taken down. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
That's good for the Eagles. 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Off the play fake, Hurts. Moving outside the pocket. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So after 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Barkley. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Once again, it's Barkley. Space to run inside the 20. And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
And that's that's one of the best elements of this run game is just how explosive they can be. And it has felt like they've been on the verge of breaking one a few times here, Mike, and then they finally make it happen here. Catch the end zone first time today.
That ties the game at 7.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
In motion goes Likely. Again, right up the middle to Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Exiting the pocket right. He's going to tuck it and go. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. On is Luke to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line.
Eagles take over first down team at their own 15-yard line.
Great, set. Hey, what up?
Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive.
Great, set. Trimmer. Hey, 73.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. The Pro Bowler the last 2 years, Nnamdi Madubuike, in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
It's second down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. handoff to Barkley running left. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
Cheetah Awuzie on the tackle. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
On the handoff, this is Barkley.
They gave him the impossible task of being so far behind in sticks and saying, hey, go salvage this series. And he almost pulled it off. What a great run. And in most instances, it would be rewarded with the first down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down.
180, 180.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. That's incomplete. Daring haul on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. A first down throw for Jackson. He's got it inside the 5. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Henry is in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
For the 2-point conversion.
180. Nice shot.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
To kick off for Baltimore.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here is Shipley on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Hurts. Brought in by the tight end Dallas guy. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. So, we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here is Shipley on the return. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goddard, that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So, Mike, it's important to note, once the quarterback breaks the pocket, there's no more illegal contact. So they coach these defensive backs to do what they call a plaster technique, meaning get your hands on the nearest receiver, get your eyes on him, and stay with him through the scramble drill. You can be a little bit more physical with them because, again, there's no risk of the illegal contact penalty.
Hey, Silver.
They'll move the pocket here with Hurts. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Good. Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Makes things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
You know, Mike, I've seen a lot of aggressive plays over the years, but this one, it might just take the cake. I mean, to go for it in this situation, this deep